We'll get it going right now, though. All right. So here's our next example. Who can tell me one of the key features? Anthony.
Y equals.
Great. So the midline is at y equals -1. And what does that give us then? K.
Pi over 2 of the period.
Perfect. Yeah. So again, asymptote to asymptote is going to be our period. So that goes from -pi/4 to +pi/4. So we go a quarter from negative to 0, another quarter from 0 to pi/4. 2 quarters is a half. Now, can you solve the equation pi times absolute value c equals pi/2 without actually having to do any algebra? Can you look at that and see the c? Let me lay a breadcrumb for you. What if I think about pi/2 instead as pi times 1/2? Now what can we see what c is? It's just 1/2. Now, Mr. Kula, can I just do algebra on that? Of course you can, but like I've seen you guys do algebra, and like if there's a fraction on one side, no fraction on the other, sometimes the results are a little bit mixed. Just presenting another way to look at it and be like, oh, that's, yeah, pretty easy to see that, what's going on there. Okay, what else do we still need? Well, we don't really need the frequency for anything unless the problem asks for it. The frequency and the period give us the same thing. They just give us C. So I need that A. Yeah, how am I going to get that? Mm-hmm. Yeah, so basically just that distance, right? How far is that? Just 1. Great. So if the absolute value of A is 1, A is either plus or minus 1. And how do I decide whether it should be positive or negative? Daniel. Which one is this one saying? Positive, because we go from down to up. So we look at what the line is doing. And then the last thing is I need the H. What piece do I use to get the H? Anthony? The midline point. And what part of the midline point gives me the H? The X coordinate, which is 0. So now all I need to do is put it together. So 1 over C, I'm just going to write as the reciprocal. So far, so good. And if I wanted to, I could clean this up a little bit since there's not a whole lot going on here. Right, x minus 0 is x, and 2 times x is 2x, and 1 times tangent is just tangent. Everybody's cool? Would I mark it wrong if you didn't simplify all that stuff? No. But like, sometimes it's nice to do that. It's pretty clean looking that way, isn't it? Like streamlined. How are we feeling on this? It's okay? All right, here's what we're going to do next. The homework is going to be 25 and 26, but we're going to do those together right now. So I'm going to give you guys like 10 minutes to work on one of them. Then I'll take some, I'll call on some random people to help us fill in the actual answer. And then we'll move to the next one. So if you keep your homework in a different location than your notes, these are the 2 homework problems that we'd assigned today. So we're going to do them now, kind of take 10 minutes for you guys to work on it, go through it kind of together. I'm going to call on random people to help us do it. So make sure you're working on it so that if I call on you, you're not like, what is a thing? But that's my plan. Sound good to you guys? It's cool. Like, I love it when we do our homework in class and it's done. Right? So again, this will be part of the next problem set. So if you need to put this not with your notes or whatever in your notebook, or you're going to write it directly into your OneNote or however you do your homework, just prompting you so that you're not like, oh, now I got to recopy this or something. But this is number 25 from the homework. I put it up here on the board. We're going to have 10 minutes starting now to work on this, and then I'll call on people to help us put this thing together at the end. I have a really sweet program that'll call on random individuals. I wrote it myself. And then we're going to do the 26 also. But just this one for the 10 minutes. 10 minutes per. Because sometimes it takes us a minute to do these, right? You know, you're going to probably look at your example, all that kind of jazz.
It's taking 3. The limit is not solve the triangle.
We're just writing the tangent function, just like we've been doing.
Now we need the. The C equals pi C equals pi. One. Pi divided by pi equals 1.
Where are you getting it divided?
I don't know.
I just added.
I'm trying to solve it. Equation. I did not.
Yeah, just give me a.
Mr. Electric said visualize. I did not. The guy in the Mr. Electric.
What happened?
What is that? What is ATM? You're so overstimulated. God! I don't get it. More trouble. I don't get it. I didn't understand the show. Oh my god!
Your body.
Yellow.
It matches your body. This is Gavin. Actually, this is Gavin. Is this pen?
Oh my god, stop! Stop.
I've never done it. Say two of these units pi over 2 times 2.
This is just
Is it 2?
Oh yeah.
Stop.
It's a hover car. Pi over 2. Oh yeah, I'll come back to this. You start with these guys and you gotta go. Just think of these. This is just one. Right, so you just count it. That's funny. You got 2.
No, it's like he jumped.
Jeez. You know the answer?
Oh,
So H is gonna be the, no, it's the X off here. So this one's gonna be.
Those days,
Well,
Can I go to the bathroom?
Yes.
Oh my God.
Cause these are tangents, this whole thing is, yeah, this whole thing.
I was just about to.
Where was that?
I was from TPC school. I was because I used to beat kids and just sprays and sprays in their face.
Yeah, same.
I used to slam their fingers into it.
I used to do that, but like, I got trouble once. I didn't keep doing it.
I got
Or maybe no, I was, maybe I was.
We have to keep dirt.
I have a very, very low grip on this.
We got trouble. I was actually confused.
I didn't know also you are in art.
That's funny.
Okay.
Joel, look,
I think kids are gonna be I used to do a morning walk.
yeah, after you can build art. Yeah, in preschool.
My origin story is probably. And that's
So it looks like if you're in the middle, he's in the middle. Are absolute value.
All right, here, folks.
generate some people.
Oh, it's lines? No.
All right.
One less. There you go. Or just one, just because it's your absolute value. You put plus or minus.
So our first random student will be the one that just left, Valentina. That figures. Our next, Nick. Can you tell me the midline?
I tried it, and I was just like, I'm like 90% sure.
Okay. So,
Oh, wait. Would it just be on -3?
yeah, it's y equals -3. You're just using your eyeballs
Yeah.
to divide it. And then what ACH or K do I get from the midline?
I don't really know.
Okay.
Would it be K?
It is K. Say thank you to your friend whispering to you. And so what is the K in this case? Yep. All right. Our next person is Cameron. All right, help me out with the period here, my friend.
Would it just be pi?
Yeah, so we go from like asymptote to asymptote. So 0 to pi, that period is pi. The ACH or K, what do I get from the period?
H.
Nope.
A.
Nope. Give you a hint, it's not the K either because we just found it. It's the C. What's the formula that relates period to C? Pi absolute value C is equal to the period. So what is C in this case got to be?
Or would it just be pi?
Right? 1 times pi is equal to pi, right? Yep. All right. Next up is Emily Hartman. Emily, help me out with that absolute value A. You should.
Get that far. First up. Yes. A.
Yep. How do we find it? So it's going to be a distance from what to what? So we're going to look at one of those other 2 points that are given to us that aren't the midline point. So like this one. Well, we're going from -3 or -1 to -3. So that's 2. So the A is either +2 or -2. Which one is it? Positive or negative? Okay, why? That's correct, but why? Because we go from down to up on the picture.
So where were we measuring from to get the A? Was it the axis?
So the midline point, or the midline to one of those other 2 givens.
Okay. So is it just whichever given is closest to the one?
They're both going to be the same distance.
Oh, okay.
Right? If I go from -5 to 3, I'd get the same thing, right? All right. Last person, Max.
All right. Which one will we find?
Oh, sorry, Max Goss.
Oh.
Ooh, I tricked you. We have double Maxes. We have Maxes to the max in this room. Max, we're looking for the midline point, which is Yep, pi over 2, -3. And what is the h then? That's the piece that we're missing that must be coming from this. So the midline point is always h comma k. So what's the h? Pi over 2.
Oh.
So that's all we need, except we still have to put it together. One over one is 1.
I mean, like, what if you want to simplify it just the 1? Would you be wrong or
No.
no?
I mean, in all reality, you could write it this way. Right?
Simple.
Yeah. Cleaner. All right, we did 25. You ready to do 26? We're going to do it the same way. Yeah, let's get it done, right?
What are we doing next?
I think they're on school.
The one to the
If not,
racist.
Cameron's got it.
What's the other way?
Yeah, Cameron's a day.
Okay. 10 more minutes. Do better. Set. Go.
I better take a shot at this. Let's take a gander. So it's
So we're gonna do the top two. Oh, you do some stuff.
I don't know. How do we tell if it's going down or up? Oh, great question.
What do you mean?
Like for the graph, for telling if our A is positive or negative, is there like a way to just look at the graph and
Yeah.
tell if it's going up or down?
Yeah, you just read it from left to right.
Okay, so if it goes like that.
So you look at one cycle.
It's going like that, it's going down. If it's going like that, it's going up.
So from left to right.
Okay. I understand this one now. I feel like so maybe I actually.
Oh, I got it.
Is that right, Mr. Nate?
Okay.
No. First part of the and then for
You down.
Oh, so, wait, is the one?
It's just.
Like, oh, really?
Cameron, shut up.
I'm teaching him efficient. In the words of
Wait a minute.
So for that, yeah.
No, shut up, he's trying to teach me. He's trying to teach me.
Yeah, so the easiest way to do it is, so for that's
Two pi.
so it's pi, just pi over eight. Oh, for red line, the red line has two notches. So that's gonna be,
Oh,
I chose
okay,
right
okay.
here.
Bro, it's what you would like. It's
you have to do. No.
We bring
What is the?
I could be geeking, I could be geeking.
I would, if you multiply pi by pi.
No, it's the distance between the point to the next point. Which is two, right?
Yeah. So then we set it up. So first thing we put down is Okay.
Yes.
Or wait, no. Okay, no, that's eight. I don't need it. I think it's not a first shell again.
After 10 one first parentheses, would it be pi?
Yes.
Simpsons.
It was rather
Okay, so is your name Chef? Between the two. So, what is the, so that's. Oh, the first number is. Oh, so mine is 3.
Once you know what we're doing.
No, honestly, that was just about like remembering like what you get to.
Y equals -310, parentheses 1/2.
Oh, yeah, but then you have to yeah, alright, because it's not just like double.
First stop.
Well, like it could be wrong. However, two is double.
Multiply by 2.
We bring the boom. That's what we do.
I got 1/2. Because for this one, we don't multiply by 2, we multiply by pi now. Because that was the shtick, now it's not. And then we'll show you your midline is beautiful.
Yes.
It's almost
Now that I'm older, it's honestly, it's just a forging part. Negative.
Yeah, I'm
I mean, it's I know there's like a hard form. Almost like deer than like sausage. Super close. Put that in the microwave for about like a minute and a half. It's all melted and stuff. The sausage is kind of burst. Let's just say
He's not even here, bro.
It's like a third one. It's just like.
Oh, what happened?
I don't know, I had like a one.
Wow.
All right. Here we go. Going through. First up is Alana. Can you tell us the midline for 26? Y equals 1. What does that give us? What letter? AH. There you go. Great. Thank you. Next up. Max. Period, let's say.
Period. All right. So it's going to be 2 terms. So it's going to be, I got 1/2 for it because it's pi over 2 times pi, and it's just cancel out. So it's just 1/2.
So you got C is 1/2 from that. That's good. All right. Next up, finding our A is going to be Vincent. You got -3, so he saw that that distance is 3. And because we're going from high to low, we said then that is -3. Okay. And our next person up is Naya. Can you tell us what the midline point is and what that gives us?
Is it pi over 2?
Yes.
And h?
Yes, which is?
Pi over 2.
Yes. So that's all we need. So we have -3 tangent of reciprocal of C, x minus h plus k. You got it? High five. But I put a thumbs up, so that was probably confusing. All right. So that's the homework for today. We did it already. Mr. Kulik, that's pretty awesome. I do have one other thing, though. Everybody's favorite. So if you go and you look at your Delta Math, there's now a Delta Math Chapter 3, number 2. We're just going to practice going from sine and cosine graph to equation like we've done before. So if these are fun, you're in for a great time. Yes, sir. They'll just go into problem set for Sunday. The 2 problems, 25 and 26, will be part of Sunday's. Yeah, they'll be part of that. Okay.